No,
Why would I?
the start
Why
button.
would I do that?
Because we're tag team partners and best friends, and that's what best friends and tag team partners do. They do nice things for one another. Now do this nice thing for me. So do it!
Fine. I will wear gloves, though. You cannot make me not wear gloves. Anyways, welcome to the one and only, never duplicated, never eliminated
Midweek War.
That lovely voice you've heard is the one who's always doing that. The one, the only Mad Mike. Say hi, Mad Mike.
Hi, Mad Mike.
Every time. And
Tell me to say something different then.
say something different.
Something different.
There we go. And also joining us, getting demoted back down to the level he should be after last week, is Eamon from Texas, a.k.a. the Inspire Pro Wrestling commentator extraordinaire.
Inspired Pro Wrestling fan.
Yes. Well, yeah. Technically. Hi guys. How? If you've been watching this for the first 2 minutes, how much better is Rizz at this than I am? A lot? Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. Thank you, Eamon. You're so...
Rizz can actually form sentences. It's not
Yeah, I mean,
like,
it's almost like
whatever the
Eamon.
fuck I did last week.
It's almost like Eamon has some kind of word vomit problem.
Oh, too soon.
No.
Too soon.
Jokes.
No.
And
Jokes are jokes.
nobody listening probably gets that joke, but
If
you got it,
you know where you can go to find out why he's so funny right now? Go to live.sorgjohnmedia.com. That's where we have the Wrestling Mayhem show proper. And also, we have with us the host of Mayhem Mania. You can see it behind you. It's Matt Carlins.
Oh my god, I totally didn't know it was behind me. That's the aftermath of Mayhem Mania Round 7.
I had to duck out. I had to duck out for Mayhem Mania, and just from looking at that, I have no clue what the fuck
Oh my
happened.
god. Hold on. Matt.
What?
We should have Eamon make his move right now.
No.
No, I think we should.
I forfeited.
David didn't show up, so I took his move.
I forfeited.
But
That
Matt,
he
Matt,
loves.
I was not-
Eamon, you would have loved my move.
I was not medically cleared. I was not able to compete in this week of Mayhem Mania.
Let the record show. Week number 4 of the Mayhem Mania. The Rizz made that match.
But everyone doesn't have to worry. The doctors did clear me. They said it was just a fatty deposit. It's fine.
I just think it would be really funny if we showed up on Tuesday with a different card and everyone's like, what?
Yeah, for those Patreon guys. By the way, you can be on the Patreon in the bank match making thing, and just go to tell them what to do.
Let me tell him what to do, Riz. Here's the deal, folks. Round 7 of Mayhem Mania happened last Tuesday on the Wrestling Mayhem show. There will only be 8 rounds, but round 8 is not next week. No, next Tuesday is the very special, exclusive Patreon in the Bank round. Only Patreon subscribers get to play. So, if you want to make a big move, I'm not just talking about a single move. No, we are giving the Patreon subscribers broad authority and privilege with the Mayhem Mania card. It's going to be wild. But if you want to be able to take part in it, you have got to go to patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show for as little as $1 an episode. $1 little, less than the cost of sponsoring a child in a third world country. You could sponsor an episode of the Wrestling Mayhem Show, and you can get in on Mayhem Mania and Patreon in the Bank. And believe me, it'll be worth your money. I'm going to make sure that I guarantee it.
So Matt, I could donate $1 and do something on Tuesday.
This is true. That is the cost of doing business.
Yes.
And look, not only do you get to have fun with us on Mayhem Mania, Patreon in the Bank round next Tuesday, but you get to know that you are supporting quality wrestling podcasts delivered directly to your earhole nearly every day. That's money well spent.
Directly. Anyways.
I wonder if I just gave Sorg $1.
Like every month on the month?
That dollar is not
every month on the day? Is that what you're talking about? Just
no,
like
$1 per episode.
Oh.
Just $1. Like I'll send him 100 pennies.
Doesn't sound too bad. Anyways, you know how we work. We go around to the different. We have the 3 main food groups here: Lucha Underground, NXT, and SmackDown. And we are going to start with. Oh, you know what? Let's go with NXT. Mad Mike.
NXT.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the way we do things is we ask Mad Mike what his one word, what is good, bad, and thing he would change. So Mad Mike.
And if he would recommend.
Oh yeah.
That comes. Shut your mouth, Eamon.
Would you smash?
Whoa.
Am I using that right?
That was good. That was a good one.
Eamon, I'm pretty sure as the youngest of the
FMK.
4 of us, you should not be asking us if you're using that right.
FMK. So, Mad Mike.
Yes.
What's your one word?
It's really difficult to have one word this week. I think I'm going to go with women.
Oh.
It's a powerful word.
That's yes.
At least in the hands of NXT.
Give them a chance, I guess.
Yeah, because there are a lot of segments about the Divas on NXT this week.
I'm getting yelled at on Twitter by some people. I'll get into that later.
Who's yelling? Who's yelling?
So, Mad Mike, what is your good? What is your Mary in this FMK?
What? Technically, fucking and marrying are both good, Rizz.
They're both like,
Well,
yeah, they're both like kind of equal levels.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Anyways, what is your good, sir?
All right, my good. I'm gonna have to go with backstage segments. Backstage segments because, oh man, did we have a lot, and were they all really, really good? Yes, they fucking right were. First, you have Commissioner Regal, Boss Regal. Anyone who knows me knows I'm a huge fan of Boss Regal because he is a very British man that is a polite gentleman but will fuck you up with words because he's smarter than you.
And there's nobody I'm more happy to see get fucked up with words than Alex Riley.
Exactly my point. Alex Riley was being a little baby because he got some water poured on him. And has decided to grace us with his no longer presence at the commentary desk.
Yes.
Which in and of itself is awesome. But that wasn't the best part of that segment. It was C.J. Parker of all goddamn people.
Your best of this week is going to C.J. Parker.
Yes.
I feel sick.
We're on quite a roll.
It goes to all of the segments, but the best
next week, Bull Dempsey gets it best.
The best part of that segment was C.J. Parker because he's like, oh yeah? Well, who's the only guy who's been able to hurt Kevin Owens? Me, because I'm a fucking horrible wrestler. That's right.
That was pretty great.
That was good. Yeah.
Like, the fact that he took credit for that was amazing to me. That was brilliant. Like, look at his nose. Who did that? Huh? I did. Yeah, I did.
Well, I mean,
I probably got chewed out in the back after I did it, but I did it.
You know what? That's what you do in wrestling. Hell, Owen Hart nearly paralyzed Steve Austin, and he ran with that baby for like months.
Exactly! He had Owen 316 shirts, for fuck's sake.
It was offensive on many levels.
If CJ Parker comes out with Parker 316 says I just broke your nose, I will die. I will die. And all the shirts have to be made from hemp.
Parker 316. I'm the only one who heard Kevin Owens.
Recyclable plastic. So
the other backstage segments were just as great. You have Sami Zayn losing his smile in Canada.
by the way, side note, Canada looks like a hellscape.
I know Jen Carlins is being really.
Remind me to never move to Montreal. This is not the Total Divas wrap-up show.
Nothing there.
Oh, you mean the Total Divas wrap-up? That's number one?
No, it's not.
No, it's not the most
Your damn
watched.
mouth. You were just on the number one show on the Wrestling Man.
I was about to say, to Mike's point, Canada looks a lot like Philly.
Yeah.
A lot of places.
That look like downtown Philly.
But
run down and beaten.
all right. So you have Sami Zayn losing his smile, which was great, and guys, I'm worried about Bayley.
I'm worried about Bayley too, but I love new Emma.
Oh, new Emma is so good. But
And Emma just being like, "Oh yeah, you're nice," and I was nice and happy too, and then back here on NXT and not on Raw anymore.
Raw has killed my happiness.
It's amazing.
Raw has killed my happiness, Emma.
I love that. Yeah, Emma just came back to NXT like a beaten child after her time on Raw. It's amazing.
Like I almost want that to be what Adam Rose does too. Like I would be okay if Emma and Adam Rose are like the spurned Raw crew. And they just come in and wreck house on people.
Well, did you see how happy Adam was, like, to get actual cheers and reactions from people? Like,
so,
and the final segment that was backstage was Alexa Bliss got some more mic time, and she cut herself a nice little promo, and I'm ready to see Sasha feel the sting of her bling.
Divas got featured in 4 different segments on that show.
And the main event.
And you had a main event in an hour.
Yep.
So, man, Mike.
Yep.
Talk the good.
Mm-hmm.
What is your bad?
Oh, man, it's tough. Because honestly, the wrestling was okay. A lot of jobber matches. You had the Dubstep Cowboys versus Bootleg World's Greatest Tag Team. You had Ronco just destroy people again. There were a lot of matches on there, and not a lot of them were very good.
Don't forget the biggest jobber of all, Bull Dempsey.
Of course.
Oh, Bull Dempsey.
Poor
Bull Dempsey now comes to the ring with a different look on his face than he did when he was winning matches.
But
yeah, it's called a frown.
Defeated now.
No,
His body language has changed. His facials are different now. He no longer looks like a man who's ready to fight.
Am I wrong to say that I felt like that was the worst match on the show?
Yes.
I don't think it was very helpful for anyone.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
They need to do something different with Solomon Crow.
I feel like that's not the first person to put him against. Especially, Bull Dempsey's not the kind of jobber sort of guy to put over a smaller guy.
Well, he is now.
You need like a famous beat, like Lucha Underground.
Yeah, well,
Ricky Mandel.
Yeah, or if it was even Solomon Crow versus CJ Parker. Like I feel like that match would be better.
Fine.
Because Solomon would have more to work with.
Mm-hmm.
And there's already like a storyline.
Yeah. Also, I hate that's Solomon's finisher.
What, the bottom rope splash?
Yeah, the bottom rope splash thing. I think someone said it on Twitter, but that is just as worse as Mojo Rawley's finisher. It's just as worse.
Oh.
Yeah, he needs Solomon Crow needs a submission finisher. That would be better for that character.
Sammy Callahan used to do the stretch muffler. I don't see why he can't do that on NXT.
Sounds good to me.
And he should call it Hack the Planet.
And you know what? Stick with a gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Like
the only thing I did enjoy was his entrance where he bangs on the LED board on the apron and it's his static. I kind of like that, but other than that.
No, see, I don't like that because he still needs to do something with it.
Yeah, he needs to.
When he gets into an actual feud, like, you know what? During Riley's match with CJ Parker next week, he needs to hack the board and like just mess with CJ Parker. Like he has to do that.
We could talk about Crow for hours.
We can talk for hours. Let's move on to the thing that Mad Mike would like to change.
Honestly, I would have gotten rid of some of those matches. I would have gotten rid of some of those matches. Give like one a little bit longer match because there was no Baylor, there was no Utami.
You know what the match they should have gave more time to was Rose and Breeze.
Yeah, Rose and Breeze was
because that was fun. That was fun, but it was short.
Hashtag give Rose a chance.
I like
that, or give more time to Tyler Breeze trying to fight through the rosebuds with his selfies.
That was pretty amazing.
Yeah, that was the best. That was amazing.
but that match was good. It was kind of comedy based, and it was good in that sense. But it was just super short.
Yeah. I'm surprised we haven't talked about that main event, which was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't the pay-per-view style match that we saw last time, but it was still really good.
I don't think those two can have a bad match.
It was an excellent heel champion win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't like the epic match, but it was very serviceable. It was good. They got on their spots.
Mm-hmm.
And it was convenient with the whole give Divas the chance thing, even though the taping happened way before this.
Yeah.
That they really hyped it as this is the main event, and this is the first time the women are main eventing NXT, and they deserve to. I believe it's the first time they main.
No.
I believe this is the first time they're main eventing in NXT.
Yeah, I think so.
Unless you want to count that Christmas special where the only match was Sasha and Charlotte, but.
There was another match, I want to think.
There may have been, but I feel like that's what they hyped it as. I may be wrong, though.
So, and like you said before, we do ask you every time, would you recommend NXT this week?
Always NXT. If you're not watching NXT, you're doing something wrong as a wrestling fan.
But the only thing I can think of is...
You can skip some of the matches.
Yeah, This was one of the down weeks for NXT.
Wrestling-wise.
Storyline-wise,
I felt it was a very focused week. Very focused week.
Yeah.
And also we should mention this. They're setting up to a big show right before WrestleMania.
Now, is this going to be? This isn't going to be is this going to be a 2-hour special, or is this just going to be a special episode of NXT?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it might be just a special episode.
Because I'm trying to figure out how the tapings are and how those worked. Like because I can't remember if they've already done Owens Balor.
Well, I mean, I don't read spoilers, so.
They would keep that for live shows.
Yeah, I think they would keep that for a live show.
But basically that's what they announced is that on that show it'll be Owens versus Balor for the title.
I mean, you know what probably was taped, though? Owens versus Riley.
It definitely was taped.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
I can't wait to see the murder of Alex Riley live on the network.
So let us do SmackDown next. That falls between myself and the one, the only Eamon Patton.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, do you not know my last name?
Petunia. So, Eamon, I'll let you go first. What's your one word?
I see. I guess that's a word. It's 2 letters.
You can just say Intercontinental.
Sure, that's fine. Let's do that.
Oh my. And mine, Truth.
I think ours kind of coincides then.
It does. My good. Oh my, fuck.
Yeah, that's some mesmerizing image that Mike's just put on the screen right now.
Yeah, he found the cosmic key, bitches.
Well, he's referring to it as something else though.
He's just making out with it now.
Yeah, he said the tag titles were the cosmic key, but the Intercontinental titles like this mountain something, I don't know.
But yeah, my good has to be all the new surprises that we have in this match now. And I think I just stole Eamon's, but holy fuck. I'm more excited. Again, this is, like I said last week, this is bringing an actual storyline to the second major title in WWE. The second major title.
Yeah.
Singles title. And something that has been lacking in years.
I also love... Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, kind of go into like my word, I love that SmackDown's kind of become the Intercontinental Championship show.
Yeah.
Like, that's the focus pretty much.
Of course, and it just seems that they're actually putting some storyline thoughts into this. And and they even have those little intricate side angles in this, like R-Truth stealing the title, which is funny. And then you have the side angle of Ziggler Bryan, who kept on trying to, who was hinting at a match at WrestleMania. And it's just like, oh, this is going to be awesome because this is one thing that I can't wait to see. Mm-hmm. And I can't wait to see that. Even R-Truth is surprising me in how much I'm liking him again. Eamon, what is your good?
My good for this week probably goes to #Axelmania. I am slightly upset that I'm assuming these were dubbed. If they may not have been, but I don't know. That they dubbed in booing. I wish they would have just ran with the natural crowd reaction that Axel got on Monday, but I'm still loving it.
Of course.
And I have a question for you guys. Mm-hmm. Do you think we're looking at the next U.S. champion in Axelmania?
I want to see Rusev Axel. Like, I would much prefer to see Rusev Axel at Mania.
Well, no, I think Rusev's going to lose that belt before Mania.
That'd be
okay. Yeah, I can see that.
No, because let me think of it. Let me explain this. Stephanie said the only way John Cena is going to wrestle Rusev is if Cena can change Rusev's mind. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's two ways he could do that. One, he could abduct Lana. Probably not the best suggestion.
I would not prefer that.
Two, he can make Rusev really, 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 really mad. And clearly, he hasn't been able to do that with Russian dick jokes.
Mm.
So, make him lose his undefeated streak and the U.S. title to fucking Axelmania.
By the way, that's probably not a prediction. That's probably exactly what they're gonna do tomorrow or on Monday. That's probably exactly what they're gonna do. I like that. I also I wish it's not ever gonna happen. This is so much more unlikely to happen than that. But I like the idea of Rusev being like, I don't want to fight Cena. I'm gonna pick my own match for WrestleMania. I'm gonna fight Curtis Axel because why not? Like that's how I would book it. But no, right. The way you say it, that's definitely happening this Monday.
So, you said you're good. What is the bad for SmackDown?
My bad for this week's SmackDown is them already making fun of #GiveDivas a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Right before the main event, Cameron had a backstage segment.
Oh, God.
Talking about how Give Divas a Chance was about her. And the thing that upset me most about this segment is that it featured Cameron, Eva Marie, and Summer Rae, who I don't think should be lumped in with those two.
Yeah,
because Summer Rae is actually good.
Okay. Thank you for agreeing with me on that, Eamon.
Summer Rae is actually talented. And she should not be deserved to be lumped in with two of the worst wrestlers on the show, male or female.
Eva Marie literally could not get one line of dialogue right.
She was so focused on that hair flip. She was so
Hair
focused on
flip,
getting that.
snap.
She was so focused on getting that hair flip snap in. And I hate how they're already making the hashtag a big joke.
I don't think they are, because the Bellas
And-
promo from earlier in the night was really, really good.
Yeah,
I
and
don't care. I don't care what anyone says. Nikki and Brie are amazing
they're
heels,
fantastic.
and they, like, you can tell. I think they had a bit more to do with their promo this week than, let's say, a writing team,
Mhm.
because they worked very well together in cutting the promo, and you can tell they were focused, and this was more to the point of what they actually think. Hell, it might even be how they actually think about AJ.
Yeah. I actually
AJ did take a lot of time off, so
that's the one thing I actually really loved when I think it was probably like a Raw or something where the Bellas were on commentary where they're like, everyone comes in and says that they're going to be like the anti-diva and they're these real wrestler that doesn't like these Barbies, but they wear makeup and they do all the same stuff we do. It's like, you know what? She's actually pretty right.
Mhm.
And then this whole like models versus wrestlers thing is super stupid. Like,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think that. I think it's a nice distinction.
what I mean is people
To
being
have
like,
it with two people who aren't on Total Divas.
what I mean is from fans' perspective being like, these are models, they don't deserve to be here.
Oh,
Like-
well, fuck that. The only model that doesn't deserve to be there right now is Eva.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, even JoJo has a place now.
Like, why can't you replace JoJo is a great place and is really good at her job.
JoJo is the best ring
Why are
announcer
we yelling?
on televised wrestling today.
Don't shut your mouth.
I will stand by that statement.
I'm
Mike.
not disagreeing with you.
I'll disagree with you.
I also
I'll
think
disagree
Shut
with
your
you.
mouth.
in fairness, I also think Mrs. Stardust is really good as well.
Mrs.
She's very
Stardust is very good.
Mrs. Stardust is
Corinne!
good.
Corinne!
All right,
That's JoJo.
so
Riz,
Eamon,
did you say you're bad?
I did not, but you kind of took it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna change things up. The reaction, like, I don't get it. I don't get it because now I even said on my tweeters, by the way, at the Rizz on Twitters, that having Eva Marie and Cameron on there discussing Give Divas a Chance kind of ruins it.
They're also two of the few that were actually given a lot of chances.
Yeah.
And fucked it up.
And then I get, oh, it's about every diva, not just 4 or 6 of them. That's true, but the 4 or 6 of them have more talent than the 2 of them. One of the 4 has more the talent than any of those 2 put together. Those two put together. Eva Marie should not be employed by the WWE. She's only employed to be on the cover in Maxim and go to the Emmys.
She was also only there to fill a spot on a reality show, and now they have plenty of those spots.
Yeah, and this will get into my thing I would change, which is, of course, take away Cameron and take away Eva Marie. This is almost like the Mayhem Mania. You take away Eva Marie and Cameron, and you put in somebody capable of putting on a match. Like, oh, I don't know, the other person who's with Summer Rae, Layla?
Or Naomi.
Or Naomi.
Or Natalia. Or Alicia Fox.
Alicia Fox, where was she in this?
I don't know.
But that's the thing I would change. Eamon, what the fuck would you change?
This is actually kind of in contrast, sort of, to your good. And I kind of mentioned this before when it was announced on an app. I hate that Stardust is in the ladder match, and I hate that we're not getting Goldust and Stardust at Mania.
I still question it. I still
fine.
question it. I don't think it's gonna happen.
He's holding the belt though on top of the ladder to end SmackDown.
So what?
And here's the thing: you're still probably going to get a Stardust Goldust thing, because those little mini angles that I was talking about could happen with Goldust in this match.
But I don't want to see Goldust in the ladder match. I don't. I want to see Goldust versus Stardust, and I feel like 6 is a good number. I feel the more people you're adding beyond that, it runs the risk of making the ladder match really convoluted.
I don't think you're
never a good number.
I don't think you're getting Stardust in this match. I think it's a fake out.
Maybe.
Because it's never announced.
I mean, let's face it, too, guys. You're not really in the Intercontinental Ladder Match until you've beaten Wade Barrett on TV. And did Stardust do that tonight?
Well, I thought that. Well, I was under your assumption until you physically held the Intercontinental title in your hand. You weren't in it.
I thought you had to beat Bad News Barrett to get in, and I was enjoying.
Because I thought Raw basically implied that Daniel Bryan was going to be in it, but he wasn't. He wasn't in the graphic. It wasn't in the graphic before the main event. It was only 5
Because he didn't touch the belt, Eamon.
And now he did, but also Stardust did.
He has the power now of the Intercontinental Championship, and he has to fend off the others, like the Triforce, to get it.
See, I don't think Stardust is going to be in that match.
You know what I would like?
Because, hold on, I'm just spitballing about the Mania card. You have the world title match. Let's presume we have a U.S. title match as of right now, or at least Cena versus Rusev.
Yeah.
You have Wyatt Taker, Sting Triple H, you have the Battle Royal, you have the ladder match.
Divas match, probably.
You have a Divas match. That's only 7 for a 4-hour show.
Well,
and let's say a tag title. Let's say a tag title match. You need at least 9 matches for a 4-hour Mania card.
One of them is a Rumble, and the other one is a ladder match which has multiple people in it.
But there's 4
matches that are going to get like 30 minutes.
And if we're going to get a stadium entrance for both Bray Wyatt and The Undertaker, I think you'll be okay with 7 minutes.
That's
going to eat up about half an hour.
My fantasy booking on how to solve this, and kind of going to Mike's point how he doesn't think Stars will be in it, I hope on Raw we see, to fill the final spot in the ladder match, Daniel Bryan versus Stardust. I feel like that could be a really cool match.
Mm-hmm.
And, hey, you know.
There was just one spot.
You could have Stardust come out with the title, Goldust knock him the fuck out, because Goldust did not show that aggression at Fastlane, and said, "No, Cody, you do not get a chance at the Intercontinental title. You have to deal with your brother."
I also like my idea of having Daniel Bryan versus Stardust, though.
Yeah,
I do like your idea.
Because I kind of want that really bad.
So, Eamon, this week only, would you recommend this SmackDown?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
I would skip probably like Ryback Kane, because bleh.
But watch Ryback Big Show.
Oh, bleh.
Think about the positive. Because I would probably tell them to watch this. Because that tag match, the Divas tag match was good. And side note...
It wasn't a tag match.
It was a singles match.
Whatever. And side note, I would kind of like to see a Big E Kofi versus Cat Cesaro, or Cesaro Kid.
Cesaro and Cat.
Let's just start calling him Cat. Let's just start calling him Cat.
Cat Kid.
Cat Zorro. Cat Zorro. That's their name.
Yep. But
Cat Zorro.
But still, it's like you have the same type of attributes together, going up against each other. Speed and power versus speed and power. Just
also, I would cheer for Cesaro and Kid more than I would with them against the Usos. New Day.
Oh. So we discussed that. We discussed NXT. So that leaves Lucha Underground. Matt Carlins, sir.
Yes, Rizz.
That was horrible.
You're welcome.
Never do it again. What is your One word.
Hey!
I don't give a shit.
Una
What is it called?
palabra.
Mi
Thank
un
you, thank you.
palabra es stacked. S-T-A-C-K-E-D. Stacked.
The Fox sitcom with Pamela Anderson?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
What is your bueno?
Too much to mention. But you'll force me to mention. Okay, I'll try
Mention
to narrow it
one.
down. I'll mention one thing. Tejano Jr. First time I've ever seen him in a match.
Mhm.
I was impressed. Didn't wrestle typical lucha style. Him and Berto had a
Berto.
Birdo?
pretty mainstream style match. Didn't do a lot of flippy stuff, but I mean,
Wait,
but
Berto?
awesome match. Berto.
Alberto.
Oh, not the
No,
big
not the boss who fights
dinosaur.
at the end of every world on Super Mario Brothers 2. No.
Although that would be fun.
Yeah.
Well, Berto
Who-
versus Tejano Jr. for
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. What is your
But I mean, everything was about Alberto and Tejano Jr. was awesome. I mean,
The video package, especially of Alberto, was amazeballs.
yes, it's awesome, and
It played like a trailer for a movie.
Mhm.
and I thought the vignette with him and Dario was great again. Kind of sad that Alberto wants to deny us the dream match with Famous B, as well as Ricky Mandel and Son of Havoc. But
To be
we'll wait
fair,
on that.
I think Dario was trying to help him out there because, as we all know, Alberto goes for the arm lock there, and he mentioned both guys at Pentagon Jr.
I know.
snapped their arms
Exactly.
in twain.
I wish Dario would have just been like, "No, Alberto, you can't fight the guys that Pentagon Jr. has already broken arms. You cannot do that. You must fight
No,
a
it was Dario that suggested the jobber. That was the best part.
Also aggressive Del Rio in his office.
Mhm.
I enjoy that a lot.
Yeah, he knocked his little Red Bull thing off the table and everything.
Oh,
Now, like, everything is symbolic now. So now they just because they linger on a shot of Dario picking up his little ceramic Red Bull.
There's a video online.
Like, what does that mean?
Well, there's
What
a video.
does that mean?
There's a video online where they have Dario answer like fan questions or whatever, and he meant like there's a question about the bull and like what it means and stuff like that. So check that out if you are on the YouTubes.
All right, Matt Carlins.
I guess I'll have to check that out.
Mr. Mainstream Matt.blogspot.com. What is your malo?
I'm trying to decide between
Say
two
no word.
things that are moderately not good. First of all, I was very sad that Mariachi El Bronx is off the show for now. They were my favorite house band, but nobody liked them. All right. I
The
don't
Legendary Lady was pretty good, I guess.
Yes. I don't understand why Eva Lee, Son of Havoc, and Angelico are cool now. I didn't get that from the last interaction.
I don't think they're cool. I think they were just in the same place to get the match set up.
I don't know if Angelico is ready to is up the standing to be standing in Dario's office yet. I don't think he's at Dario's office vignettes level yet.
The best description of Angelico was from Brandon Scribe's Lucha Underground column, where he compares him to Dwayne from Full House. No one
I've heard a lot
ever.
of great.
Eamon,
Wow,
descriptions of Angelico.
Eamon, this is a sidebar. Eamon, how do you even know who Dwayne from Full House is?
I've watched.
I have
Full
never
House.
seen.
He's allowed to watch. He's allowed
because
to watch.
Full House is
Okay.
on TV constantly.
Where?
Well, it used to.
Circuit has been
I guess
on.
it used to be on like ABC Family or whatever.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. So Matt, good, fine tag team partner that you are.
Cambio?
You're a cambio.
Mi
It
cambio?
looked like you were frozen there for a minute. I was scared.
I thought you were frozen for a second
I
there.
thought you were frozen.
Hey guys,
I
both
thought
of
you
you
were
just let
frozen
it.
for a second there.
Guys, just let it go.
Yeah. Funny.
What is your cambio? Sure.
I wish that we would have gotten a follow-up on the search for Matanza, I guess. I mean, for crying out loud, the last time we got an update, the poor woman was kidnapped in the trunk of a car, and there was no follow-up this week that I saw. I'm like, I'm worried. Even if there's just marking time with a cutscene of her in like inside the trunk of the car with like the one sliver of light over her, so you could just see that she's still tied up in the trunk of a car. I feel like I'm falling into Mike's territory, but I must know where this is going. I must know why this woman's been kidnapped. I must know what Matanza is. I must know what Dario's key unlocks. I must know these things. And not knowing is driving me crazy.
You must know things that cannot be learned yet.
That's right.
That's just an ominous thing for Rizz to say when he's like off camera.
And I am back.
He's back.
I'm back.
Matt, can I also predict the other thing that you were thinking of for your bad?
Mariachi all Bronx.
Well, I thought that was the other one. I thought you were going to say something about the
really long lick of death.
The really long lick of death.
No, that was awesome. No, that was awesome.
Well, because I know your past ones about you know, being a little weary of Mil Muertes, like choking Katrina.
That was
I just
crazy,
feel.
though. I mean, to grab her, like pull her like a coat across the ring ropes. Stuff gets weird.
I just feel bad because that lick of death could not have tasted good. Dude just wrestled a long match. Like,
yeah.
And that's from stem
Probably
to stern.
tastes salty.
Well.
I think it's funny too that like Phoenix and Mil Muertes had this match, had a great match.
Really good match.
Muertes wins decisively, but it's not over. It's clearly not over.
There's very few things.
Like they do so much after the match. I am ready to see Phoenix versus Mil Muertes again.
There's very few things that I'll watch and like literally be shocked by. And that lick, I literally was like, Jesus Christ!
It's going all the way downtown.
Like, I mean, to be fair, whoever is dating Katrina in real life.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Good job, bro.
Sorry you missed out on that, Derek Bateman. I'm breaking kayfabe.
Sorry,
Hey, you will not tarnish the name of Betamax in this hangout.
Also, I love bringing that up because technically we're still talking about NXT.
Yeah, technically. So, Matthew, would you recommend it? Yes.
Rizz, I would not just recommend it. I'm going to lay down the gauntlet right here, right now. Here, now, Lucha Underground is the best wrestling show on television right now. Anywhere. Period. Done. End of story.
Even though it's not
the one. I know.
It's on
television. Not really on television.
No, it is really on television.
Television than NXT is. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's on television, Rizz. It's on a defined network. Like,
don't shoot me down with semantics. Lucha Underground is the best hour of wrestling on I just did it again. Oh well. Lucha Underground is kicking everybody's ass right now. It's the best hour of wrestling, period, right now.
All right. So, with that being said, we did do.
We need to say one more thing about Lucha Underground before we say who won. And Matt, I'm shocked you didn't bring this up.
I can talk for hours.
Cowboy Cuerno.
Oh God.
Cowboy fucking Cuerno.
That last segment.
Stop. I love it.
There were no words. There were no words. I tried to make words. There were none.
They're all like these. And that was a problem when King Cuerno first got introduced. He was doing awesome stuff, but he was still like, okay, he's a guy in a mask, and it's so hard, to do character development when these guys are under the masks. But they would just come up with something. You put Cuerno in a cowboy hat, suddenly you're like, yes, King Cuerno. He's the guy who wore the cowboy hat. And it's just like it helps differentiate himself from everyone else.
I'm just finally happy that on all the midweek shows in professional wrestling, we finally once again have a real life cowboy.
Not dubstep.
Not a dubstep cowboy, a real life cowboy.
So
also, I've just got to say one more thing about Lucha. One more thing about
We
Lucha.
can't stop talking about Lucha.
We're gonna have a cage match.
We
next
have to
week.
keep
No,
on
shut up.
going.
That's not what I'm talking about. One thing at a time. That Conan hype video. Conan
yeah.
standing in the rain.
No.
I never thought I'd be
So
excited for that. Like.
Why are we excited for Conan?
I don't know about that. I'm not excited
freaking
for.
ridiculous.
I'm not excited for Conan, but that video got me hyped.
No,
The video
you
was
guys are
great.
Excited for
I
Conan.
was like,
It was
I'm ready to
great.
watch Conan kick someone's ass, and I remembered he's not going to kick anybody's ass
Because
he's
he's
Conan,
60.
and he walks with a cane, and he's 60.
Also, was he pulling out a?
For it.
Also, was I mistaken, or was he like pulling out a sword? Like he knows how to like use a sword?
All right, to be fair, if that cane turns into a fucking sword, give me Conan all day, every day.
I may have been wrong, but I thought he was unsheathing a sword. I was like, when did Conan turn into a character from Kill Bill? What is happening?
That's some Highlander stuff, isn't it, Mike?
That's Conan the Barbarian. That's what that is. That
Oh.
is Conan the
think-
Barbarian.
I think they might do that because of that way. By the way, I'm coming back. Don't worry, guys. I didn't forget about you. Here I am.
Riz left us alone.
Riz does magic tricks.
Anyways, so let us go around the table here. Mad Mike,
Yes.
who wins?
Lucha, 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 lucha.
Who wins?
I would say definitely watch the main event of NXT. Because that women's match is amazing, and Sasha is such a great shit talker. But I think Lucha Underground is the better show this week. The main event's great. The Phoenix Mil Muertes match is really good, and I also kind of really like the story they told with Sexy Star and Big Rick. So
Matt Carlins. I'm pretty sure I know what you're going with here.
Lucha.
And
Did you
know,
notice that they can't really do these hype vignettes without somebody beating up a group of guys in a back alley? I mean, they did it with Cage.
That's
now
my
they did one with
favorite thing
Alberto
about it.
beating up people in a back alley.
That's my favorite thing about it.
Non-stop.
Like they train by actually training and just beating up random folk off the street.
Where are you going, Alberto? Oh, I'm going to this old junkyard. I'm going to beat up like a dozen or so people. Bring your
Honestly,
camera.
all right. This is a little insight into the world of Mad Mike. I used to E-Fed, and when I would do my training promos, I would do the exact same thing. I would have my character be beating up random jobbers. They would not even have names.
speaking of training though, I am super hyped for the prospect of Del Rio versus Prince Puma. I'm sorry, Riz. There's a lot
I
of talk
still
about.
need to answer my thing.
Riz, what is your favorite show?
First of all, I was going to make this whole diatribe of how you guys were talking so much stuff about Lucha Underground that I didn't even watch Lucha, and I was going to pick it. But now it's over because you guys kept on fucking talking. So guess what? SmackDown wins. Thank you guys for joining us tonight on the fuck it. Man, like,
I'll do it.
Midweek
Mad
war. Midweek war.
The midweek war.
Midweek war.